Craft Addict K. I'm Carla.
And I'm Sam.
And this is a channel about cross stitch. And today, if the dogs bark, I'm sorry, I'm not re-recording. But today is our whip parade of our non-full coverage whips that we have for 2020. I have 63 total whips, 28 full coverages that are not part of my pile that's all around us. So that'll give you an idea of how many whips we have to share with you today.
I think I have 7.
Well, you know.
So, comparison, you know.
But
anyway.
Our plan is, oh, by the way, today's December 23rd. We wanted to do this before the Christmas vacation, before Christmas Day. And I have a plan for that, by the way, but I'll tell you about that next video. And we want to do some finishes. We're planning on doing some finishes of projects. I had 13 finished projects this year, but not all of them are FFO'd. And I didn't FFO all the ones I finished last year in 2019. So
feels like forever ago, huh?
I kind of got this big surge that I want to fully finish. So I'm hoping that this weekend I can wrangle Samantha and the two of us can have a fully finished party and put our creative minds together and get some fully finished objects done to share with you. And our plan is to do a video of our finishes in the first weekend, New Year's Day weekend, to put something together to share with you the finished projects that we've done. So that's our plan. I'm not even sure what video number this is. I didn't bring my notebook today. I'm just winging it. Oh my gosh.
I think it's 31.
31?
Maybe,
okay, maybe.
There.
The last video was our full coverage whip parade. So bear with me. I'm really excited. And I want to share some Christmas cards with you that I've gotten since our last video. And a couple of gifts that I've gotten from my coworkers and my staff and some co-managers and my boss at work. So just a few things that I thought that this group would appreciate. And we have some haul. And I wanted to do that first so that when we jumped into the whip parade, it was all about the whip parade. So...
and it'll be done and over with.
And it'll be done.
We don't gotta look at it from our year.
Well, yeah, because we're not doing any starts in the next year because I'm doing no new starts 2021. But I have a plan for that. So, doesn't mean I can't buy it. Doesn't mean I can't kit it. And doesn't mean I won't have 12 days of Christmas and December 13th, starting December 13th of 2021, of 12 new starts that will happen next year.
That's a lot.
I have 12 big envelopes and I'm ready. And I'll tell you all about that when we do our fully finished video. And I'm excited to see some of these whips I haven't seen since Mania, so I'm really excited to see them and remind myself what I have in the stack.
I forgot you did Mania.
I did Mania this year. Okay, so let's start off with, I got a gift from one of my staff. She actually made this. It's beautiful. So Melinda made this for me. It's a little top hat, little snowman. It's made of wood. It's solid. I had it sitting on my desk and I brought it home so I could share with you guys, and I love it. So we're going to set him up here for now. I got this from a coworker. And I got a Merry Christmas, wooden Merry Christmas.
They're just little decorative things.
A little decorative to kind of sit out and about for your holidays. Holiday pleasure. I had one of my co-managers got me a box of chocolates. My other co-manager, a bottle of wine. It's sangria wine, so this may get cracked this weekend when we're doing this fully finished. I might resort to the wine. So I wanted to share that. My boss got me a purple Yeti coffee cup, so I love it. Keeps my coffee hot and warm, and I love it. So I love it that. And... Sorry. My coworker, my staff that report to me, some of them, I have like 3 different groupings of people that report to me, and so a couple of them got together and got me a gift card to Michael's, which I went today and got some stuff, but I'm going to share that later because I'm going to do a tutorial on a few things. Save your Christmas cards. I'm going to show you something neat you can do with them. Not this video, but in an upcoming video. And they also got me some Starbucks coffee, the holiday limited edition. I got a box of K-cups of that. And this is a candle warmer, but they call it a coffee cup warmer, those of you that know. and drink coffee or tea. No, it's easy to get distracted and your stuff gets cold. And they got me a cute mug because this group is all about the mugs. And it's got 3 snowmen. One says fa la la la, middle guy says joy, and this one over here says ho ho ho.
Sheila's boyfriend.
Sheila's boyfriends. If you watch Sunshine Stitchers, I have those patterns and I didn't get them started this year. So they will be kitted and they will be in my to start in December of 2021. And it's full of chocolates. So
Andes and kisses.
you can't go wrong with that. So my...
Where to start?
I know, it's confusing. My other remaining previous, no longer my boss, but she's still a director where I work at the, I work for a home care agency. She is crafty and she made me this rug. It's a small rug that is, she does braids fabrics and stuff. So
It's neat how people do that.
I just think it's really neat. I don't know if she braids it, she crochets it. Either way, she did this. It's all handmade, and I just absolutely love it. Not trying to make anybody dizzy, but I absolutely love it. And it's going to sit in my crafty stitchy spot underneath my little feet because I like it. So I wanted to share that. Okay, then let's talk Christmas cards because I'm going to go through these. And I'm sorry if I'm rushing, but I'm kind of going through these a little quick because
there's a lot.
There's a lot of whips here to go through, and I love getting Christmas cards. I actually sent out an email today to my coworkers and said, if you're somebody that throws away your Christmas cards after the holiday season, please consider giving them to me because I will recycle them. I'm going to be making some floss tags for my Christmas cards, and I'm going to do a tutorial on how to do that. After I do a few, I want to do a few, make sure I got it down packed, and then we're going to do a how-to video on how to do that. So if you're interested, keep your Christmas cards because they're great. They're great for this stuff. So let's talk Christmas cards, and you always have them anyway. So this card is a card that came from Cheryl, and she had 2 little 2020 charms in it, and I'm so afraid I'm going to lose these charms. So I'm going to set them off to the side. Trust me, they're little silver charms. They say 2020 on them. And I got the red truck. Beautiful. It's going to make some great thread drops. So I'm excited. I also received a card from Kate. From my stitchy sister Kate. I love it. And this is a handmade card. I love handmade cards. This, I don't know that I would turn into a thread drop or anything, but I would still keep it because I just, it's handmade. It's special. I love it. So I have that. And inside was some Moselle floss. And this is the color Autumn Meadow. And isn't that pretty? And it goes from pinks down to those like brownish grays. I'm excited. I'm going to find something I'm going to stitch with that because I really think that floss is just beautiful floss. So, nice and soft too. We have a card, and this is from Shay Hudson, and she's on Instagram as Shay Marie and Stitches on Instagram. And there we go. It's Merry Christmas. Nice wreath. Love it. Even inside the envelope had Merry Christmas in it. Those just came today, so I'm really excited. I get excited Christmas time because I love Christmas cards.
I love Christmas.
This is from Rags to Stitches. It's Lorraine, and I'm pretty sure she has a floss tube. I might be wrong. No, she does. Rags to Stitches USA. That's what she's known as Instagram and on Flosstube. I'll show you her card in case you want to check her out. I don't know if it's, hopefully it's zeroing in. But got a nice card, and she put in some Gentle Arts limited edition floss. It's like a brownish, and I think I know what I'm going to use this for already.
What?
I'm going to wait and see if it works in the color palette I'm doing, but I'm thinking I have something I want to use that for. So thank you so much, Lorraine. I appreciate. I'm trying to keep everything organized. This came from my friend. Hoosier Apple Cross Stitch. We've talked different times, Apple. I really like her, and I love that card. Look at the cats. You gotta see the cats. I mean, come on. And it's got some great stickers again that I can put in my planners, which I'm loving. These stickers are great too. I don't know if you're interested, but they would be great to put on a thread drop as a keepsake. Especially these ones have the Santa Claus with the masks on his, you know, COVID safe. And she sent some great thread drops here too. And they're Christmas designs. And they're really stout. Like, I'm hard on thread drops. I'll be first to tell you. I love them.
She rips them.
But I'm hard on them. I rip them. If I just use like craft paper, like construction paper, I'll tear through it. It's really got to have some good thickness to it. And that's one of the reasons why I like the Christmas card idea, because it is thick already. So, and it comes ready, and it's more stout. For lack of a better word, it's more stout. So, thank you, Apple. Oh my goodness. This is from Renee, and Renee had a poem in hers, in a prayer, and I think I put it and used it as a bookmark, Renee, because I don't see it here. I'm pretty sure I put it in my nightstand in the book I was reading. So, thank you, Renee, very much. Merry and Bright. This is Bev and Penelope and a baby girl. She's part of the Daily 30 group. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. How beautiful. It's just amazing. I love seeing all these cards from all these different places.
They're pretty.
This is from Sandra. Ooh, better not say her last name. This is from Sandra. She's from the Christmas Card Exchange too. And can't you just say thread drops here? Little guy. And I can just see 3 drops with these polar bears. And I'll always remember that. Anyway. I also, oh, here, Renee, I thought I had this as a bookmark, and it's got shuffled into here. I know I was planning on using a bookmark. I just assumed I already put it there. So, my friend Sammy J at Sammy J Stitches, she sent us a picture of the family. I'm just going to blip of the family. Beautiful family, Sammy J. Thank you so much for sending this to me. I promise I will not turn your photo into a thread drop.
Unless you want us to.
No, I don't know if Sammy would want her face on my thread drops. She might not want her face on my thread drops, but I will definitely treasure this, and your picture may go in some of my planners. Okay, and we have Vicky from StitchNButton on Flosstube, and she has a Facebook group, StitchNButton. She does bags, and she does scissor fobs, and she does thread or needle minders, and so she's got a various things of things there. And she sent us project information cards, which I thought is really a fantastic idea, because you know me, I can't remember what I'm working on from day to day. And she also put us together some vinyl letters of Sam and Carla. And so I want to make sure I put this on something special. So I'm holding on to them for right now until the right thing comes along that I want to put them on. But thank you so much, Vicki, for sending these. I love them. Sam was like, oh, what am I going to put it on?
Yeah, I don't know what to put it on.
So we're going to think on that. Make sure we... Oh, you want to take those, huh?
I want to take mine. Make sure I don't get lost in the mix of everything.
Oh, we'll see. So thank you, Vicki. And beautiful, beautiful card. Love Christmas cards.
I love Christmas. It's a good season.
And this came from my friend Karen, and it's got some writing up there. I don't know what it says, but the inside she is gave me a really nice note, and she decided to spread some love and shared with me some floss from England that's like a brownish color, and I'm not going to be able to take it out, but trust me, it's there. See, it's there. So that was from Karen. And I do appreciate you bearing with me as I go through these, because if it wasn't for the groups I was involved with online, in Facebook groups and stitching groups, I would probably get 3 or 4 cards for the holidays. So I love the holidays because every day I get in the mail, I've got a card in it. It's so fun to see, and the cards are coming from all over the place. So I just, maybe I'm corny, but I just think it's nice to know other people out there like the holidays like me. This is from Holly, wishing you a perfect holiday, and it's got the 2 cats. They're 3-dimensional, and it had some anchor floss. That's one thing I don't stitch with much is anchor floss. I don't there's not any place.
There's not a, you don't got a big stash of it.
I don't. I only have a couple of anchor threads. But I'm going to use this because I do want to, I hear good things about anchor. So, and what better than a color like that I can definitely incorporate in some different projects. So I'm looking forward to trying it out. And this came from my niece. She sent us a Christmas card, and I love it. Love it. Who doesn't love a plaid deer? I love plaid deer. So those are the Christmas cards. So if you're still with us, thank you for hanging in there.
That was the end of the card.
That was the end of the cards. I'm telling you, I'm afraid I'm going to lose these. I'm going to put these right over here.
Okay.
I won't lose them in that tray. Okay.
These things.
Let's talk haul. Okay. So my friend, Madam Ice from, well, her name's Caitlin, let's be real. But she goes by Madam Ice on Flosstube, and she has an Etsy shop that is called Madam Ice. I was talking to her on Virtual Stitchers one night and asked her about if she could make me some covers for my scroll rods, because I've been waiting on my sister and they haven't shown up yet. So I had to take matters into my own hands and purchase my own. My sister could still send me some, just saying. Sherry. Just saying. She's been really busy. Life things. So, I'm going to share with you what I got because I'm loving it. This is an 18-inch scroll rod covers. And that's the fabric. Nice, pretty. This is got, just, I'll do it like that. And look, elastic ends. So, it's got plenty of stretch. And it will definitely go over my scroll rod. So, loving those. This is an 18-inch. This one is a 28-inch, and I'll show you that. Beautiful fall fabric. Look at the quality. She's got it serged on the inside. I think that's what they call it, serged. Wish I had a serging machine. But that's for a 28-inch scroll rod, so I think that'll be great. And a 31-inch, which is what I needed. I had some smaller ones, but I didn't have any really longer ones, so I asked her to, I kind of measured some of my scroll rods and said, could you make something this long? So, and this is the fabric for that.
Does that fit your biggest one?
I don't know if this will fit my biggest one, but I had already ordered something for my biggest one. It's already on it, so.
How big is your biggest one? I forget.
Big, 110 centimeters, however many inches that is. This is a 14-inch set that, oops, sorry, 14-inch. And this one is a 22-inch. So we just sat there that night and I said, these are the sizes. And then a few days later, she sent me pictures of fabric and said, which one do you like? Can you pick some? And so I picked them and off she went to the races. So love it. Thank you, Caitlin. I'm excited now that I've shown them on my Flosstube. I can use them. And we're starting in the new year, so I'm ready. Okay. Then I have, I don't know if you'd call this haul or if you'd call this kindness or if you would call this, I don't know what you would call this. But I'm in the Daily 30 group and she had her last and final boutique. For the points that you earned, you could go on certain days, certain times and purchase, say me please, if it hasn't been claimed, buy a boutique item. And typically the boutique items are things that other stitchers have in the group have donated and sent to Cheryl, and she's kind of put them at different levels. So I'll just say, like, if you have 150, you could have this. And if you have 200, you could have this. 250, 500, you get the gist. So I'm going to share with you what I got on my recent one. And pretty much this was a big sum of points that I had earned. Because I think I only went shopping one other time towards the middle of the year. And I got one or two things that I saw that I thought I would really like. So this was a lot of points for the year. So let me say that. And
one more card.
One more card. Because it is her group that did the Christmas card exchange. And this is from Cheryl's Christmas card exchange. So, and I can tell you that those deers in that Santa is going to be somewhere on a thread drop. Just saying. It will be. She'll be all right with it. I know her. She'll be okay. So let's go over what I got. None of these will be a start this year unless they make it into the December 13th start bonanza. But we have a Snow Woman for all seasons. This is Hillside Samplings. And this is the spring version. And I'm loving it. I said, boy, I wished I had gotten, we had to have our list in on No New Starts on the 13th of December. And I think I got these in the mail on the 15th of December. So it was too late to put them on my do not start list.
I like that turtle.
I got Waxing Moon Designs Patriotic Blocks. And it's got USA. Because who doesn't need that? I need that. I always do. I always like the patriotic stuff. And this is Bottom Heavy by Cherrywood Designs. And it says, it's okay if you're a little bottom heavy. I liked it. So, I thought it was cute. I have Shopkeeper's Signs. This is a Patricia Gaskin Designs. There's 3 different ones. And what got to me was the middle one, the bookseller. And the bottom one that is the Schoolhouse Quilters. Because my sister, as you know, is a quilter. And I thought that might make a nice gift idea for her at some point.
I mean, she's still waiting for that sewing machine.
Well, maybe it'll be an FFO this weekend. Okay. I also got, out of the boutique, a Nora Corbett. And this is Tulip. I am loving it. I gotta tell you. Loving it. So, I will be stitching it. This one will probably be a kit up, and I'm thinking this will be a start. I'm thinking maybe this will be a start for next year. Not 100%. This is Nantucket Girls Sampler, and I'm going to show you the picture. This is the picture, and I want to read it to you because I just think it speaks to the kind of marriage I have. At least my husband would agree. It's the Nantucket Girls song from 1821. And it says, then I'll haste to wed a sailor and send him off to sea. For a life of independence is the pleasant life for me. But every now and then I shall like to see his face. For it always seems to me to beam with manly grace. With his brow so nobly open, and his dark and kindly eye, oh, my heart beats fondly towards him, whenever he is nigh. But when he says, goodbye, my love, I'm off across the sea, first I'll cry for his departure, then laugh because I'm free. And I just think, that's whatever I tell my husband when he goes to work. I'll miss you. Bye, and then I laugh as I go off to my way to my stitchy spot and stitch for the night because my husband works night shift. So true. I love that. So that is definitely on the 2022 start list.
2021?
Nope.
No,
2022 start.
We're skipping a year.
We're skipping a year.
Anyway.
So there you have it, folks. I did get a scissor palm, but I didn't bring that back here, so it was part of the stuff as well from the boutique. So there is that. Okay. I've talked enough, I think. Samantha, show us a whip. It is time for the whip parade.
It's starting.
It is starting. So wait. Everybody went to the bathroom. You got yourself a drink. I gave you an intermission to do all of that. Give you lots of time to get ready for this. So, are you ready? Are you ready?
To rumble.
Here we go.
Okay.
Samantha's up.
First whip, we got Bluebird. It is a little store-bought kit. And I only worked on it like once or twice. I remember working on it in Barnes & Noble.
Yep.
That's where I'm at with that. It's just it's a little skeleton of a bird right now.
I'm going to show you. And I'm filming this after work, so I apologize.
And it's late.
It is late. It's dark.
7.
I'm working on Little House Needleworks, the little early American sampler. I'm putting them all together. Let me pull out my little book. I have 2 of the blocks done. I am doing it with Valdani threads.
Ooh, I like them ones.
The shop in Ohio that I went to had a conversion. Of course, I didn't put when I started on here. But I'm going to guess I started this in September of 2019. Shame on me. But
Should I unroll it?
I know I should have unrolled it. I'm working on it.
All
Here,
my
guys.
stuff's unwrapped because of the whip list.
My girl was supposed to get us ready today.
I did. How am I supposed to know you want all this stuff unrolled?
Oh, okay. So, boy, it doesn't want to.
Oh. Dude, why don't do this? I jacked it up.
Now, see, now you're fired. She's fired. Fired. Okay. So, there's the top 2 blocks that I have done.
You got Betsy Ross and...
Betsy Ross and John Hancock.
Yeah.
And that is on Valdani thread. And, boy, I don't even know if I wrote down the linen. I'm sorry. It's like a gray linen. I think it's 32 count. So I have that. And then I started Martha Washington. The house is kind of getting lost in it, I'm afraid. So I may do some outline stitches on the house. I'm going to wait and see when I get it done. But if it still feels like the house is lost, I'm probably going to take some of the tan or something to go around the outside of the house so it stands out that it's actually there. So,
yeah.
I'm not sure what fabric I have that on. You might hear that a lot. This was started in 2019, and that was really before I started to track real well. So, there's that. Samantha, you ready with the next one, or?
Oh. Sorry.
We're gonna... And I could show you all of them, but if you look up the Little House Needleworks, I mean, that's the one I'm working on right now. They were done in pillows. Oh, look it. Does this have another book?
I put the one book in there.
Oh, you put it in here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And here is the floss that I'm using for that.
Well,
there is that.
there it goes.
Hey, we are like a... Oh, look at... There it is. Okay, look. I knew I put information somewhere. It's on my floss tag. I remember talking to you guys about this in 2019. That I found these in the clearance aisle at Michael's, and I turned them into my tags to go with my thread drops that I had. It is Early Americans. It is 28 count Jobelin light gray fabric, and I started it May 13th, 2019.
Hey, what were you doing for like 4 months?
Listen. So, there is that. I do have a long ways to go. That's only the 3rd block, and I believe there's 9 in the series. I don't foresee getting this done this year, but I do hope to get 2 blocks done on this year. I should have brought my book
Next year.
Yeah, this next year. All right.
Here's my next one. It is sewing machine. It's a sewing machine. It's a future gift for somebody.
Uh-huh.
We both have the project. Mom's just
Mine has
stocked away on
become...
a shelf somewhere.
Mine is not to be finished. It has become a UFO.
There it is. There it is in all its glory. Yeah. I really like it. I like looking at it, but I also really hate stitching on it to begin with. But I like it. There it is. It's kind of rolled up because I was stitching this in hand for a while. And then I put a little key snap.
All right.
That was that. I don't know what to say. It's on an Ada of some sort.
I have on mine, and I'm going to show it back here. Hello Pumpkin, little flash. It was a mystery Sal. This was started May 15th, 2019.
Oh, mania.
It's on 28 count Jobelin Vanilla Latte. And
you kind of goofed it up and then...
Hand dyed by Stephanie. No, I'm adapting.
Something was off.
Something was off. I'm adapting. I have fabric wrapped around it because why not? Let's see. These ones are on these scroll rods. I do loosen them on the scroll rods when I'm not stitching on them, but they make for an interesting... Okay. Can you see? I don't know if you can see it or not.
We see it.
All right. So, look. I got my pumpkin, I got my owl, I got my fox in, and nothing else. So I am hoping this actually will become a finish for this year, because I don't want to carry this one into 2022. It's been long enough. I think it can be a finish. It just, I need to make it a priority. I'm actually was planning on, as I was going through here, and I forgot to tell Samantha, I wanted to set this up so that I would have stuff that was that I definitely wanted to see a finish on, separate from my regular whips, so that I could make those a focus and not have them get lost in the stash. Okay.
Yeah, I would not know what to do with that because you got
all right.
a lot
So
of stuff.
I do. So I don't have like Gary and have Sheila and EJ making me my list of what I can finish. Of course,
I told you to finish your...
Gary has a lot on his whip parade that he should have already finished. He better get on it this year. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to set that over there. Okay, you ready? You still going?
I'm still going.
We're trying to multitask a little bit.
Ice Castle by Shannon Christine Designs. I started this last year, I think. In the summertime, maybe. And I didn't get very far in it. There you go. That's how far I am. Just a little bit. Little nugget. Actually, it might be upside down. I think it's upside down. There it is.
There you go. It'll be pretty. I want you to get it done, though, because it'll be pretty when it's done.
There's like little quarter stitches, though.
Yeah.
And that part kind of throws me off a little bit.
All right. I'm going to go next with my great friend, Madam Ice. She has an ornament collection. As you know, I'm doing no new starts, and so part of that means you have to have at least 200 stitches. You can have multiple themed items on a project on one piece of fabric. So I started her ornament collection because I may need them for gifts next year. And so the first one I chose was her walrus, and I think it's a sweet tooth. Sorry, I don't have it in here. Oh, and this...
What's that?
There's my walrus.
I am the
for the design that I'm doing for Madam Ice. Walrus's sweet teeth. I talked about the ornaments at the beginning. Maybe Samantha will be able to pull this up there. That was in my Christmas bag because it would make sense to have it with my Christmas bag.
I should probably be writing this stuff down.
I should be. You should be. We'll have to insert a picture.
But
this is on a gray opalescent fabric. I couldn't even tell you what that is.
You haven't got your tags.
I don't have my tags on here.
It's glittery.
It is glittery and shiny. There's 4 in the series. I'm going to put as many on this piece of fabric as I can.
Chill out.
You can see I got lots of room for lots of projects on there. So I'm hoping this is kind of like a miscut or an end cut. So I want to try and utilize it and get some ornaments not only for me but for some gift ideas for my staff for next year. There might be something in the works for them. Plus, as you see, as I go through my whips, I didn't have many small stuff, so I started really trying to push some small projects in December, so that I had something small if I'm craving and want a finish, because I have so many full coverages. So I wanted to have that ability to work on other things and not only have small projects that you just plow through, because I wanted to have a good mix. So, okay, what do you got?
Got my Yin Yang by StitchRovia. I saw somebody working on this at StitchCon last year, and I really wanted to stitch it, and so I'm stitching it.
And wasn't that a birthday gift from Marcia? Or Martha? Martha. My gosh. Martha.
I believe so. Yes. And that's where I'm at. There's nothing, I didn't do the other half yet. I'm just doing one half at a time. I really like it.
I love it. I love how it's turning out.
This would be one that I'd hang over my bed or something. I like it.
Okay. All right. next up for me is Savior's Praise. I really like this sampler, but I haven't done many stitches on it since the day I started it.
So all the things.
So I had to start all the things, and I had to make sure I had 200 stitches as I kind of play it. If you want to see what Savior's Praise looks like, here it is. Savior's Praise. Love it. It's a big one. It's a big one. It's a big one. And it is by Shakespeare Peddler. And I started it, just in case you wanted to know, May 21st. And I only did 274 stitches, and I haven't done anything on it since. And here's the floss for it. That's the other thing. You get all these floss pulled out with these projects, and guess what? Then they sit in these bags. All this floss has been sitting here since May, not being used. I need to get these projects done so they can go back in my stash, or so I can kit something else up with it. Just saying. Just saying.
You need to put that with your...
I do. I don't know why it wasn't with it. It should have been with it.
Man, I feel like
I'm on the wrong side of this trip here. But this is as far as I got. Samantha will put a picture in of what the pattern looks like, but there I'm up in the upper corner, and it says Savior's Praise. I believe it's from Shakespeare Peddler.
Don't ask me, I don't know.
And I just needed the 200 stitches, and when I pulled out the information I had on this, I had the 200 stitches, so it went into my whip pile, and I didn't look at it anymore after that.
Okay.
And you're getting some good stitching in while you're watching.
Yeah, that's true. Here is All Strung Out. It's another store-bought kit. Bunch of cats. I don't like this project, but I'm sewing on it anyway. I think it's because I'm at a challenge, and I only have that. It's just a little outline of this little blue cat right there. So, there's that.
All right.
I like that one.
I like this one too. Okay. My mom made me these really long bags, and they're beautiful bags, and it's got the vinyl in the front. And some of my roller frames will fit in them, but some of them have to stick out the end, so they don't quite fit in them. This is Plum Street Sampler, Liberty's Welcome. This, I saw, had to be a start this year, so I did just start this. Actually, December 11th, I started this. It's on a 36 count Color and Cotton Luna. I'm doing it 1/2, which means one thread over 2 squares. So, if those people, it took me a long time to figure out the lingo. And, sorry, Samantha.
I'm good as long as I don't get wet.
This is as far as I've gotten. Definitely over 200 stitches. I'm right around the border. I really enjoyed stitching on this. I didn't want to put it away. So, I really enjoy Plum Street Samplers. I don't know if this will be a finish, but I'm hoping to get at least halfway was a goal. I remember that was my goal on this, is to at least finish the top border across and get like the top half, like the house and sun and flag and all that stuff. But
for next year?
For next year. That was a goal. So, love stitching on this, and I'm surprised with the 36 count, but I think my stitches look pretty dang outstanding for somebody. I just, takes a lot for me to like my stitches, and this one I like my stitches. I'm going to say it. I'm not ashamed to brag a little bit. I liked my stitches on that. They looked almost professional. All right. You're up, Samantha.
Okay. I think I lost one of the maggots on my meal minders on the table. I don't have a picture for this one.
Liz.
And here sees the day. I'm pretty close to finishing it. Like, this area is the top row, I guess.
I can't believe you're not done with that.
I know. And I'm also missing a couple sections of my fish because of the bingo board for that one group.
Oh.
I forget what group that was. But
you need to finish that.
I put smiley faces on my fishes. That's what makes mine special. Yeah.
You need to get that finished.
You need to get your Hawk Run Hollow finished.
Well, speaking of Hawk Run Hollow, let's just talk about the Hawk Run Hollow, shall we? I should have,
Oh, here's mine.
So, this is my working copy. I'll just give you a picture of that, of Hawk Run Hollow. I did make some changes. And let me see if I got a tag on here that tells me anything. Probably not. Hawk Run Hollow, this is my oldest whip. This was started in 2018.
Feels like forever ago.
It is October of 2018. I remember that because I looked up to see what was my oldest whip. And I apologize that I did not take these things off. I didn't even think about it until we sat down here. But you'll see it whenever it's finished. So let me just show you where I'm at. This is where I'm at. Where am I at?
Finish that block.
I have the rest of this block in this block. And it's done. It's a fully done. This will be done. My goal was to finish this year. It didn't happen.
I tried, people. I tried.
Life happened. But my goal is that I will get this finished. It is the goal on there that this will be finished in this coming year. So I'm going to unroll this. And we're going to do this in levels. It's Velcro. I would just take it off.
It was a mystery thing, but...
It was a mystery sow.
Mystery sow.
Stitch along. That's
Stitch
what a
along.
sow. Okay, we had to regroup because the
Timer.
our whip parade went so long. The timer came. So we were talking about Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. So we're going to show you this. I'm going to show you this in a roll. Okay. So am I in screen?
Oh.
Let me come back a little bit. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
There it is.
So there we go. So top row, I'm just going to turn this scroll rod a little bit. Then we got the second row coming. And I changed my second row to make this a memorial for my mother-in-law who had passed away. So I changed the wording over here in this block to represent her from the pattern. That was interesting. That was my first attempt at trying to not follow what the pattern actually said and try and make up my own as I went along, and then realized if I would have gone back to my original pattern, there was alphabets that I could have used to do that. Instead, I made my own. Because why do it the easy way when Carla can do it the hard way? And then we're going to scroll down. This house seemed like it took forever. Scroll down. This is the bottom row that you're seeing now.
Ooh, look at that. Tight.
And we have these two blocks are done. These two blocks are left. So, challenge groups, bring it on so I can get those two blocks done. Okay. Actually, I'm going to join one of my fellow stitchers, and she's doing a, I'm not sure what she calls it, a weekday whip up or something, where she's working on her whips 30 minutes a day. I'm thinking about picking a project each week and making that my 30-minute a day project. This is going to be one of those projects because I think I can get a lot done and make that my focus of my 30-minute a day. Maybe I'll end up doing an hour a day. And that way I can work in some other pieces for other challenges. So, Shores of Hawk Run. I did not meet my goal to get it done this year.
But you got a lot done in the year.
But I did get a lot done in the year, absolutely.
You
So,
did like 6
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it?
I am.
That's
Alright.
my last one.
That's your last one?
You still got this whole
Oh,
table.
it's not the last one for the two of us, believe me.
Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty.
Alright, what do you got?
My last whip is Parchment Tapestry by Rosewood Manor. Yeah.
Oh, I love that one.
It's a good one.
I think a lot of you like that one too, because everybody asks about that one. The one with the pretty flowers, I think Joni says. Where's the one with the pretty flowers? So
There it is. I think I saw this around StitchCon too, because I remember I was looking at the flowers for too long and seeing faces. Good story time right there.
Sorry.
People at my table would be concerned. Here it is. I don't know what you see. I think that's good. Right?
yeah, you're in. You're in.
It's a big one. It's a big, small one, I guess. There's all my flowers. There it is. Yeah.
Let's see if I can move it up closer here.
They're pretty flowers.
I think you should be able to finish this year.
You have a lot of faith in me.
I think you should. You're close. You're already to the letter M. You should definitely be able to get that finished this year.
That's like almost halfway.
Yeah.
Not even. That's like a third.
You're going to get it done. I have faith in you.
Anyway, that was my last whip. That's it.
All right. If you like to stick around and see my craziness, hopefully you will. So guess what? If you watched my last video, you know I got some stitchy kindness in the mail. And one of them was thread drops that I've already put to use on, and my little Christmas tag that I was gifted has become my tag for said project. It's my project tag for Christmas Carol. This is a project that is a mystery stitch along. All the parts and pieces have been released at this point. And she gave us some bonus pieces at the end, but I will share with you real quickly. Okay, this is what the final project will look like. It's the stitching part is this part, in case you didn't know. This is just the finishing that she did on hers. But I'm on part 2.
That says part 2.
I'm in part 2 out of a 3-part series. I did not put this on my whip list for 2021 because it will be finished this year.
Wow.
It will be finished. I'm going to finish it. Period.
There's no choice but to finish.
There's no choice. I am doing it on... Sorry for the crinkles.
She's
Here,
really
figure that out.
Oh my goodness.
This is Stitching Book Club. I am doing this on... Yeah, piece of fabric.
Yeah, fabric.
Piece of fabric.
Even weave?
It's an even weave. It's a little piece of something that I had left over and I made it work. So, and I am doing this 1/1. It's not what the pattern calls for, but that's how I'm doing it. And so that's as far as I've gotten. I'm excited to see. I may turn this into an ornament. It will be done this year. And around the pattern it says, I will honor Christmas in my heart all the year and try to keep it all the year. And it's from the book Christmas Carol. That was the book that we read. So yeah, it was.
Those berries are so tiny.
Those are French knots.
I know.
I did French knots. How about that? I did French knots. But my intention was I was going to take this with me to work. My sister gave me this little tin a while ago, and I thought, oh, that's perfect size. I can put a couple needles in there, little scissors. I have a little mini highlighter in there.
Why do you got batteries?
And I even have an extra needle minder in the lid. I don't know why I have batteries, probably for a light. I don't know. But it fit in here, and I thought, that's good. I'll take this to work, and I'll get it done on my lunch break. Well, those of you that know me personally know that I don't typically stop when I'm at work. They definitely get their money's worth out of me because I am a worker that I like to be helpful to other people. So I'm constantly...
She's on the move.
I'm always on the move when I get there. Some days I don't eat. I just keep going. Other days, if I do eat, I kind of feel guilty and I'm eating while I'm doing work on my computer. So thank you, by the way. Love these. So I just wanted you to know that they went to good use. So there's my little... So I had it set up and ready to go as a travel kit Halloween piece in a candy skull bag. That makes sense, right? So this will be done. I need to set this aside because that one has to go out to my stitchy spot. Okay. I'm just going to pull off the stack. These are in no particular order. It's just, you know what? A whip parade is a great idea to see where you're at for the year. Look back on what you did last year. I'm excited to look at our whip parade from 2019 and see how much progress I've made because it's interesting when you can see it. So this is
coffee.
It is the coffee. Oh, where's my cover? I don't have my cover photo in here.
What's it called?
This is my copy. My working copy. My working copy. I don't have the other one. It's in my pink binder, I'm sure. So it is my handy dandy notebook in here. Coffee Quaker. And it is by Beth Twist, Heartstring Samplery. Thank you for holding that up for me.
No problem.
I started this September 15th, 2019, and I have not worked on this since February 8th of 2020. I'm kind of ashamed to say that. It is on a Regency linen duck. I don't know. That was in it. Peach. 28 count even weave.
That don't look like no peach.
Linen duck. Colored linen duck by Regency. I don't know. It's one of my early pieces before I knew anything. And I thought it worked, and it does.
It does work.
It does work, and some great floss colors in here. There's definitely some There's some Gentle Arts in the mix for that. And so, yep. So I'm liking it. I like Quakers. I don't know why I've not gotten back to this other than if it's the fabric. That may be why, but
I don't know. Fabric looks nice.
it's not bad. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. It's
I guess it
grainy,
does look more peachy.
you can see.
This light.
But I do like it. I don't know. Just maybe it hasn't come up on a challenge, but for whatever reason, it's not seen much love from me this year. But I'm hoping in the coming year it will. This might become one of my, might become one of my weekday specials here.
I think it's because you're starting all the things. Got lost in the sauce.
Sometimes when you start all the things, you do get lost. This is One Nation in my Garon bag.
Yes. Love
with the flags. Oh, you love this one. And this one is
one that I forced her to start.
Samantha's going to have to put in pictures. This is with Classic Colorworks. I chose antique lace, I believe.
Lace,
I also have
Cupid.
some B52 because I wasn't sure which one I was going to use. Blacksmith blue, and my red is Cupid. Haha, Vicky, you didn't get all the Cupid. I got some of it. And it's on country. What did we say? This is a fabric from Slovak Farms, and I think it's dirt country. You know what? I should just look. Country Road by the Slovak Farm, and it's on 28 count. It's a 28 count even weave fabric. And
you got that little bit. I forced her to start it, I remember.
I wanted something that looked vintagey, and I think this will look like it's been down a country road. It's going to really have all the reds and the whites and the blues, and I think the whites are really going to pop. Am I showing you the back? Oh my God, I'm showing you the back.
Wow. Jeez. No wonder. It felt weird here at this corner. Anyway.
So, that's as far as I've gotten. I haven't put any of the white stars in. My goal for 2021 is to get all the stars in. So.
That's a lot of stars.
That's my goal. Hey, what did I see on a commercial? A goal is just a dream with a plan. I saw a commercial. It was a dream, and I got them on a little, those are my 3 colors. I've debated on changing, like I live in Pennsylvania. Do I want to change that to a different color? I've been stationed in Texas. Do I want to make that a different color? I've also been stationed in South Carolina. Do I want to make that like a gold or an alternate color? I've seen people do that. I kind of like that idea. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Maybe I'll mix it in with something.
When you start traveling, what are you going to do?
Yeah, well. Okay, so there's One Nation. All right.
This one.
Okay.
Oh,
this is
that would be different.
September teacup. This was a new start. This is a stitch. I can't show you the pattern. It's the teacup series from Just Another Button Company. I got all the buttons and I got the floss. One of my earlier projects. And I believe that when I bought this, I got all of the months, and they kitted it for me. This is on a 30 count weeks Confederate gray linen. If it's true to what it called for, that's what's on here. I just worked to get my 200 stitches on my teacup. So this is the September teacup. I'm not working on all of them, and it's not all going to be done in this year.
You need a smaller bag.
I know. I just grabbed the bag. So Samantha can put a picture up. All of these primary pictures are in my album. So if you go to my album on No New Starts, this ladybug is housed in this Garon bag. Love this bag. And it's got the gingerbread min. Boop, boop, boop. This is Miss Ladybug. And, oh, can't show that. I got all the beads and the floss for this, but this was my first Mirabilia or Nora Corbett
project
that I started. I actually asked Sammy J what would be a good one because I'm not real secure. I'm a stitcher since 2018.
Late 2018.
Right, because not that I didn't stitch when I was a little kid, but it was kind of like one of those crafts that you have 100 different crafts and which one do you do kind of thing. I did more embroidery stuff, stamped embroidery, that kind of thing. And then I did kind of cross stitch. I never really got the gist of it until 2018, and now I can't get out of it. My husband says I have an addiction problem. I could say I could be addicted to worse things than cross stitch. So this is on a 25 count Lugana. It's called Avalon, and it's from Under the Sea Fabrics. It is an opalescent, and it is, I don't know if you can see the sparkles, but it is 25 count, and it is a Nora Corbett design. Started May 2nd of 2020. So I just started this year.
Really?
Yep.
I feel like that was older.
Nope, just started this year. So she might be a finish. I don't have much. I mean, the dress is the bulk of that pattern, is that dress. So I don't know. I thought maybe I'd give a shot with the beads. Okay. I'm letting Samantha just hand them to me. This is Cinnamon Stars, and it's in my red truck bag because I love my red truck bag. Yes, this is the one with the house.
I saw somebody working at StitchCy. I thought it looked nice.
This, I have my working copy, so I'll show that. Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street Sampler. Actually, somebody posted that they had 2 of these, and I offered to buy it from her, and she sent it to me. And would not take any money for it. So thank you, the person that did that. I started this May 16th, 2020. It's on a 32 count Belfast linen, and it's 2/2. And that's as far as I've gotten on it. So I want to give it some love this year. We all love our projects. Why wouldn't we want to give it love? We always, I don't know. It's hard to do, you know. That's why I'm doing no new starts, because these projects need attention. Look, this was when I was using floss away bags. Let me tell you when the last time I touched it. May 16th,
The day you started
2020. I did 1,000 stitches the day I started it, and I haven't touched it since. So, you know, that's what happens, I think, sometimes, and you tell me if you agree or not. You get into this mania start mentality, and you start starting all the things, and you start it, you spend a day on it, and then you move on to other stuff, and then you forget and don't get back to it. So, this year, I got a plan. Okay, so this is Feliz Navidad. This was a new start. This is thanks to Gary at Sunshine Stitchers, and it's his fault. It's all his fault, and I'll tell you why it's his fault. I watched his show. I love all of you guys, and thank you all for watching, and please don't take this the wrong way. But when you watch us, do you not find yourself enabled? I do. Sometimes I have to go on a leave from Flosstube because I find too many pretty things that I've never seen before that I absolutely have to have. And then I go to 123 Stitch, or I go to another store that it has an online shopping, or I call a local shop. Not that I have anybody local to me, but Ohio's as local as I get. And ask, do you have this? Could you please send it to me? Or I sit on Stitchery's website and go, I gotta have that, and I gotta have that. And oh, since I'm getting this, I might as well get that. It's a tangled web. We call it the rabbit hole. Okay, so this one, I started December 9th, 2020, and this what suckered me in. Oh, I don't even have the picture of it. Man, and I just have the copy. Okay, Samantha will insert a picture, but trust me when I say it says Merry Christmas, and it also has Feliz Navidad on the bottom, and he used the reasoning of he was in a combined family with him and Ronnie, because Ronnie is Hispanic nature. I thought that sounds perfect. So is my husband. He's from Puerto Rico. He's Hispanic. So I need one that says Merry Christmas and Feliz Navidad too. So I started it. I have platinum.
Is that the right corner?
That's the right corner. It is platinum. And I'm looking here. 220 stitches, 2/2.
It's this way.
Is it that way?
Yeah, it's that way.
Okay, I did it wrong. Okay. What did they say? I have to have a directional setting. So that's just my direction. That's as far as I've gotten. But it will have the alphabet. And this is my bet piece for semi-sane stitchers. So each month you have to stitch that letter of the alphabet. So I figured in between I would work on border, stitch the letter, work on the border. Next month I can stitch the next letter, work on the border. So hopefully by the end of the year I'll have at least the letters done, the alphabet. And if I miss one up top, I can do another, there's another alphabet set on the bottom. Samantha will insert a picture, I promise. I just took all of my original copies out of my bags this year and put them in my pink binder, and I forgot to pull out the pink binder to show you that I actually had the pictures. Samantha will be on my album tomorrow and No New Starts, and she'll be importing, saving pictures. Just don't delete my album. Oh, oy. Okay, so that's Feliz Navidad. That's Alpha My Bet. That needs to stay close by because I'm going to need to get to A. Oh, and since we already talked about Gary, let's keep talking about Gary, shall we? Gary, you called me out for this one. This would be the sociable, unsociable scarecrow that him and I have worked
on for a while.
Oh, for a while. It is a Glendon Place design. We'll post a picture in here. I got lots of specialty flosses with this. Lots of pretty colors. Gary's your ears itching, your nose itching, your hand itching. You know, they always say those kind of things. Sociable Scarecrow. Last time I worked on this was when Gary and I worked on it together, which was in November of 2019. Gary, you let me down in November of 2020. I didn't even pull it out. So, this is on a hand dyed by Stephanie fabric called Dried Thistle. It's a 32 count Lugana, and started it September 25th, 2019, but it just has not seen a whole lot of love other than what I had. So this is, he's kind of big, but this is the fabric it's on, and that's as far as I've gotten. So he's got a lot of work left. You can see the crow sitting on his shoulder. He's not too worried about him being there. So I don't know, Gary, how far do you think we can get on this year? Do you think we can finish it? Or do you think we can at least get the scarecrow done? I'd like to just at least get the scarecrow done, but dang gum, he's got a lot of stitches. So, in Glendon Place, their pattern's like big. It's one of the big ones, so anyways. There is that. So, I don't remember what my goal is for that one, but I know it needs some stitches. Oh, this is one I really like. Okay, so
in contrast to the scarecrow.
This is a Teresa Kogut Newcastle bouquet, and Samantha can put in a picture. This is on a 36 count linen. I did it on Undersea Fabrics Looking Glass. So I started at the basket. Let's see if I can. And this was my first experience with 36 count because this piece fit the design, would fit on here. So I went ahead and put it on here. So there, am I in shot? I think I am.
You're left. There you go.
Okay, there we go. So 36 count linen. I think my goal was to get the basket done this year.
High hopes.
Then no, for this I didn't set goals. This 2020 I didn't have goals. I ran by challenges. I still run by challenges, but I watched Kim Hollenbeck's video on goal setting because I think I'm so jealous of people that set goals and they stick to them and they achieve them. And I didn't know the first thing about how do I set goals and figure out like what I can do. And so I decided, what the hey, I'm going for it. I set goals. So anyways, there is that. And I like stitching on the 36 count. And because I like stitching on this, it prompted me to join the Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month, which I just got my last piece. That was December was my last. I did a 6-month subscription to that for 36 count linen. And I've recently, for this year, joined Fortnite Fabrics to see what the fellas got. I joined their duo fabric club. They have 3 or 4 different clubs. So I'm excited to see what I can improvise into my stash. This is Welcome to the Nut House. I started this on November 26th. I did 212 stitches in order to make it a whip. So, and it says Welcome to the Nut House, and it is a waxing moon designs as well. And Samantha will insert a picture for you. Oh, wait a minute. If she'd have taken this out, I could have shown you a picture. There you go. Welcome to the Nut House. So I basically got the words done. Welcome to the. Using the call for colors. The fabric was a piece that I had. Well, I think it's a 32 count, but I don't think I didn't write it down. So, and I'm looking here. Here we do. I did write it down. No, I didn't. Must have been a mystery fabric because I just put Waxing Moon Designs in fabric with a question mark. So I got it when I was at StitchCon this past year. Not this past year. In 2019 StitchCon. Which, by the way, I did cancel our reservations for StitchCon 2021. We're not going to be able to go. Unfortunately, I wanted to go, but just not the year for us to go. So we did cancel, and unfortunately won't be there this year, this coming year. But it sounds like it's going to be lots of fun. I want to do some work on that one. I like that one. This is Prairie Life Sampler. I started this November 19th. Can you tell I was in a starting phase? It's on 32 count platinum. I was definitely in a starting phase. I was just working on getting 200 stitches, and I started the border on that. Do I have the...
No, it's on the other
It's
side.
not in there? Okay. Some other ones sort of picture. It is Prairie Life Sampler by Heartstring Samplery and by Beth Twist. So there is how far I got. 212 stitches. And I believe I'm doing, well, let me look. Yep, 2 over 2 on that. Okay. Here you go. Oh my. What is this? Oh, another new start.
Is that the one with the house? Like
This
all
is the
of
one with all the houses. It is Little House Needleworks, the ABC samplers. I have all of them. And I started this on December 9th. It is on 28 count Lugana lamb's wool. And I'm doing all the houses on the same piece of fabric. I'm thinking I'm not going to do the border in between. So I did start in the middle. And I think Lisa Lane from... what is her channel? Paddock Designs. I think she's doing the same. But she did different part of the house. I started with the middle house. It is... sorry. Hold that up a second.
You got it, Ross.
I'm looking to see what it is. It is L, M, and N. And it's the winter one. So it'll look like that. But I'm not putting the borders around it. So...
Not putting the borders around it?
No, because I don't want to put this block. I don't want to block it in. I'm going to I might put a big border around the outside of it, but I haven't decided. So there is that. And I'm sorry, I feel like I'm getting half cut off. So this was fun to stitch on. I have so many things I started in November and December to get ready for No New Starts that I'm really excited to stitch on them again. But I want to get some of these other ones that have been hanging out off of my hangout list. So there's that. What do you got?
Here, I'm just going to hand that to you.
Okay. This is which it is. It was a pass the stash to me from Gina from, good gracious, I don't even remember what hers is. Gina has a Flosstube and it is something threads. I can't remember the name of it. I'm sorry, Gina. If I find it, I'll put it down here. But this is by Lottie Da. It's called Witch. It's on 28 count Winter Finch by Crosswing Collection.
Man, that's a lot of rhymes.
It is. And it's kind of a Quaker. But
Kind of.
you can see the fabric. Beautiful fabric. I got this in Ohio at a shop in Ohio. And that's how far I've gotten so far. So I want to finish the witch. And I think there's a spider and there's a little tree. I think it's got some dates. So basically, I think this could definitely be a finish for this year. Definitely could be a finish. Because it's solid color and it's an easy stitch. So, and I'm sure that there's other people that would like me to pass that stash on. And I'm okay to oblige to do that. So, I can't remember. Gina, did you want that back? Maybe you wanted it back when I was done. Remind me. If you're watching this, will you let me know? Because I don't see you on Virtual Stitchers anymore. I don't see you zooming anymore. You moved. But yeah, let me know. Remind me. I started this February 8th. And the last time I worked on it was September 26th. It's because of all the starts, guys. All the starts. All the things. All the things. Do you ever feel like all the pretties? All the pretties are out there. Okay. All right. This is ink circles. I always want to do an ink circle, so this was my first ink circles design Fireburn Cauldron Bubble. I started at April 25th, 2020. I've done 307 stitches on it. It is 32 count linen. And sorry, that's as far as I've gotten. Not far at all. Maybe it goes like this, because the witch is supposed to be upside down. So I didn't get far on it at all. This was a green fabric that I had. Kind of shows through the color back here. But it was a green fabric that I had that was the right size. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to try this out and see if I like it. And I did like stitching on it. But I haven't been stitching on it since. So that's what happens when you're a challenge stitcher. You pick something and then you just kind of stick with that. Here you go. All right. Next up. This is my pink flamingo. Shelia from Sunshine Stitchers. This is all for you. Shelia showed this on her Flosstube. And I said, oh my God, I have to stitch that. So guess what? Carla got it. Carla's stitching it. She started it. I started November 20th, 2020. Did 707 stitches. I have it on Under the Sea Fabrics. It's a 32 count called Stone Wash. And I'm using DMC floss. And
I see pink.
There is pink. And
oh, look at that needle minder. Ooh.
There she is so far. And yes, there's my pink flamingo glittery needle minder. That was a gift from Ronnie at Sunshine Stitchers. And I told him when I started this flamingo, that is where that needle minder was going to go. Because I like flamingos. I don't know why. They just seem majestic to me. So there is what my stocking will be on.
The way they stand on one leg.
Stone washed. So, yeah. I'm pleased with my progress on that since I only worked on it the one day. So maybe I will have a stocking finish for next year, for next Christmas. And that is in my pink flamingo bag. It is a Guy Rollins special. Flamingo, flamingo, flamingo. I always know what's in my flamingo bag. So there's that. Okay, Samantha. This was a gift. And it's
From Daphne.
Yeah, my friend Daphne. I haven't seen much of her lately. I hope she's still doing her videos. No, she hasn't done a video in a while. She's Mama Metzger, by the way, on Flosstube. And this is a blue flower design. Night Walk Down.
So
Very popular pattern this year. Started at May 15th. And it's on a 28 count Jobelin called Melody. Hand dyed by Stephanie. So here is my fabric choice.
Oh, pretty.
So it's a really pretty fabric. And this is, sorry as I fold this all up here, but I want to show you stitches. That's as far as I've gotten.
Wow.
Not far. But
what? I think that's pretty far.
Yeah, there's a lot more to go.
Yeah.
So that, so that is in my Jack bag. Nope, don't have anything else in there. So, Night Walk Down. You need a break? Are you still doing okay, everybody? If you're still sticking in there, thank you for sticking in there. This was a gift past the stash. One of the girls, Lisa, was stitching this. And it is the one I showed. It's like a Russian designer, so it's not in English. I'm calling it C-M-O-N, Mondi Witch. December 3rd, I started it. I've got about 327 stitches. It's on a 32 count Jobelin linen. It was a pass the stash from Lisa N. I'll just say Lisa N because I didn't ask if I could say her name, and I've got a thread that's hanging out there. But I had a small piece of fabric, and I think I can fit this on here. And if I can't, I'm just going to bring in the ends a little bit. But I definitely know that the witch will stick on there. There's some flowers in the design that may not, but I'm okay with that. So, looking forward to seeing this continue to develop. I had fun stitching on that. It's just such a little piece. I had to bring out the trusty little hoop, and I haven't stitched on a hoop in so long. I just left it right in there with it because I haven't done hoop stitching in a long time. All right, what you got? I want to just walk away from this pile and say, here, Samantha, can you put this away tomorrow? I know that wouldn't be right, but boy, it would be nice because tomorrow's a work day for me and it's already 8 o'clock. Okay.
Already? Oh my goodness.
I know, right? Don't show the pattern. All right. This is Little House Needleworks Autumn ABCs. And this is what it will be like when it's done. AJ, you had the full set of these, and I think you needed autumn for me. We were going to trade autumn for spring when we got it done. So if you're watching this and you still want to do that trade, let me know, and I'll move this up on my whip list to get it done sooner. But this is as far as I got.
She started May 3rd.
Yes.
Of this year.
So I like it. And it's on my PVC pipe because I didn't have anything else at the time. So I put it on there and put my Q-snap clamps on it and rolled it. Went with it. So, and I'm using the called for colors predominantly. A lot of classic color works in that design. But I like it. And it was a piece of fabric. I think this is a leftover fabric from Hawker and Hollow. I think it's the same fabric. And I just had, I don't throw anything away. I'm frugal, man. I keep all my fabric. And I think I just took off the excess and I thought that'll be big enough. So I'm making it work. It was long enough. So I'm going with it. All right. Thank you, Samantha, for helping with all this stuff. I appreciate it. Here's a new and improved, a recent start. Didn't get very far, I believe. It is a Christmas kit. And
It's called Ho-Ho's.
It's called Ho Ho Ho.
Oh.
I have it on a 28 count linen, but I don't have what the linen actually is. Must be a mystery linen. And I think this is a Lizzie Kate. So I've got the hoe. I got the hoe. But there is a Santa Claus. Samantha will show a picture, but it's ho, ho, ho. And it's got a tree. It's got a Santa. It's got a church.
A house.
Well, a house, I guess, and it's got smoke coming out of the chimneys. So I started this. I like the colors. I like stitching on it. I keep wanting to bring it out and stitch on it, but I keep trying to start all the things. So this year I put 400 stitches on this. So that's 400 stitches. And there's the colors. So they're pretty colors. Anyways, I see this and I'm like, oh, I want to stitch ho ho. I want to stitch on the hoe. All right, Lisa, that was
a little carried away.
Vicki, that was for you. What you got? Stitching Book Club. Okay, so my friend, Madam Ice, did something that I said, you are a genius. So December 4th, I started this. It's on 28 count tiramisu from Under the Sea Fabrics. And I did change my colors. I made a color change on the blue. I decided this year I'm going to do the Stitching Book Club. And so they have a logo. This is their logo. And so I decided I'm going to stitch the logo on a piece of fabric. So I have a start. And then as the mystery sals or the books come out this year, I'm going to join in and I'm going to add it to the same piece of fabric. So it counts. So I got a big piece of fabric.
Chill out.
If it doesn't work, whatever it is, and I don't think it'll work on this fabric, then maybe I just won't stitch it. But that's as far as I got.
That's a nice stitching right there.
That's a nice stitching. I was
It's a nice stitchy.
trying to, I had a mission. My mission was to get enough stitches to be able to call it a whip. And then I was having so much fun stitching on it, I didn't want to put it away, so I just kept stitching on it. And I put about 230 stitches on it. So I will get back to this because I do want to finish the Stitching the Book Club part. I don't know when the next book's coming out. This is the same group that I did Christmas Carol with. That was the first time I listened to the book while I was stitching on it. It was a lot of fun. I wished I'd have started this group last year because they've done Pride and Prejudice, they've done Three Musketeers, they've done Frankenstein, and it's always a mystery, and it seems like it's the classics, so I'm excited to see what else she comes out with this year. And that is in my new Garon bag with the chickens. All right, I'll give that to you. We're getting there, guys. What is this? Oh, this is home. Well, this is 2 projects.
Oh.
It's
okay,
2.
What is that thing too?
I'm going to show you home first.
Huh?
Heart and home.
I know, but where's
I know, it's throwing you all kinds of off. Heart and Home, I started November 23rd. I've got about 400 stitches in it. And it says home is where the heart is. It is a NBD design. Doesn't have a picture on there?
No.
I got board fabric.
Yeah, it's not very exciting.
It's not very exciting. It's an HO. But it'll say HO and then there's ME is where the heart is. And there's a big heart here. So that's what that's going to be. Samantha will put a picture in. It won't take long to finish that. So that goes in there with that one. The other project I put on the same fabric is called Gnome. And I'd show you a picture, but what I have here is the pattern, so I'm not going to show you the picture. Samantha's going to have to put it up on here. And it's on a Fabric Flare whitewash board, same board fabric. I started December 12th. I did 204 stitches, and believe it or not, it was for a challenge.
Oh.
So I started, and I've gotten part of his chair on the board fabric. So it's a gnome sitting on a chair with his books. And Samantha will put the picture right there. Thank you for doing that,
You're
Samantha.
welcome.
I know what Samantha's doing on Christmas Eve day while I'm at work.
Sleeping and editing.
Sleeping and editing. She's such a good egg. I have to pay her for her editing skills. I told her I'm going to pay her for doing all this editing. Because, you know, the girl needs to earn a living too, right? Okay. What's in here? What's in your wallet? I lost my tag on this. I'll have to replace it.
There was one that fell off of somebody.
Oh, I know what this one is. This is Seeking Refuge. And I'm going to show you a little picture right there. This was a birthday start for me. This was probably the only start I had. June 10th. That's my birthday. That's my birthday. And I started it. We were camping, staying in a cabin. And I went ahead and started it. And I didn't get much done on my birthday. I did my initials and this little piece up here, which I changed colors because the color it calls for matched my fabric. This was started, yep, I told you, June 10th. And it is on a 32 count antique white Lugana. And it's probably got about 900 stitches in it now. So
I like that red and the berry.
I do too. And there's a house. So I'm really liking it. It was fun to stitch this. And actually, I used this for a challenge. I needed so many stitches in green, so many stitches in red, and that's how this all came about because it was handy, and so I used it in a challenge. I don't make secure plans. I make challenge plans. Like, Whip Go is going to be a primary focus for me next year because I want to focus on my full coverages and make some good progress on them because I started so many of them. So those will be the focus. And then I'm going to sprinkle in my 30 minutes a day or, you know, these other smaller projects are going to be sprinkled in through my week and maybe a weekend here and there I will devote to the smaller pieces when I meet my Whip Go goal. And Whip Go, if you don't know, is by Jessie Marie Does Stuff. And it's basically a board of your choosing and your goals, and mine is completely full coverage, and my goal was to do page finishes. So when they call 2 numbers a month.
Oh.
So this is Harbor Haven.
Is that the really long one?
Yes, this is a long one. It's a 32 count, picture this plus Arial. I'm using CXC floss for this. If you're not familiar with CXC floss, it comes from China. You can order it on AliExpress. I get mine from I believe it's called the Factory Shop. Nice gentleman, his name's Daniel, that I work with or order from, and he's very accommodating. I did 953 stitches. I started this on November 13th, and I haven't worked on it since November 13th, but it is a very easy stitch. It stitches up relatively quickly. I was impressed, and this is how far I've gotten. And I'm doing mine in a long run. There's, I think, 12 pieces here. I'm doing the full run. This is the bottom of the first piece. They're not big. And I would undo all of this, but I have it wrapped up so neat I'm not going to. But I did it with a blue because I wanted to have that cloud effect because it's outside. Sky. Hopefully it works in my favor. It might not, but... And I got my Mickey Mouse Garon grime guard on here to keep all of my stuff controlled and where it's supposed to be. For the most part. Okay. There you go. Go ahead. This is a Teresa Kogut piece in my bag, and it's called This Land. And it was started March 28th. It is on a 32 count Starry Night. It should be finished.
It should be finished.
It absolutely should be finished,
There's
but
no reason for it.
my lazy butt hasn't gotten it finished. So that's as far as I've gotten. This will be a finish this year. It has to be. Not 2020. When I say this year, I mean 2021.
Well,
I don't anticipate finishing anything this year. I got too many other things to do. I'm still got another start yet. Yeah, so this one I started March 28th, and I've got a good bit. The last time I worked on it, though, was May 12th of 2020. So definitely one that I need to, this is a get it done.
Get it done.
Get it done. It's almost done. I mean, the bulk of it, really, for the most part. This is a July teacup from Just Another Button Company. This is so close to being done, it makes me sick that it's not done. Because all I have is the leaves and the rest of this top border.
My goodness.
If I really wanted to get it done, I could get this done this year.
This year.
This year. This is the part I'm having a problem with. I think that my handle in my cup base is too close to my fabric color that it blends in. When I'm looking at it up close, I can tell it's there, but I think it's too close. So I'm debating whether to take it out and restitch it, or if
Can you
just outline it. And I don't like the back stitch. So I don't know.
I could back stitch
I don't
it
know.
for you.
I don't know. I don't know. So that's kind of why I stalled out on it, because the more I looked at it, the more I was really disappointed with that color, that it was matching so close. And I kind of debated on it, and I've changed it twice, and I thought I had a good color, and
I would just outline it because I like that color.
I like the color. I'm thinking about doing an outline. Maybe I'll do, I don't know,
I just use that little darker brown.
the darker brown to outline it. That's a good idea. I might, just to even put in the base of it. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's mine. It's going to be, this is going to be a finish this year, though. It's not going into 2022. This one almost became a UFO, which means an unfinished object. I'm done working on it. Almost. I was really close.
Tossing the towel.
I'm still not 100% convinced that it's going to make it beyond anything else. This is called the Light Keeper. The only reason it is still here is because I like gnomes. And this was a gnome design. And it was a kit. And I probably would like it better if it wasn't done on Ada, but that's what came in the kit, and that was before I really thought, oh, I could probably switch that up. Not real thrilled about the pattern as far as the back stitching, and it's a colored pattern. It's hard to read anyway. This is as far as I've gotten. I don't know. He's one that might go in the UFO. I don't know. Every now and then I pull it out, but
I mean, you could always just like finish the eyes or whatever and just say that was the gnome. His beard's just covering up his body. If you get desperate.
Oh, all right.
I want to see that one. Get a lot of work done.
All right, this is EJ. I did more than you. This is Autumn Quakers. It was a stitch along with Sunshine Stitchers that they did.
It's beautiful.
I want to say
last year,
Autumn Quaker.
I remember you worked on it. Whenever I was working my casting.
I did. When did I start that? It is on doubloon 28 count. Picture this plus. It has a Baldani thread pack that came with it. August 15th, 2019. That's when I started this. And the last time I stitched on it was September 29th. Probably in 2019, to be honest.
I mean, you sure didn't.
I didn't put the year in it, so I'm assuming it was 2019. And I got this part.
That's it's so pretty, though.
It is pretty. It's not that I don't like stitching on it. I do. But I don't know why. It's just not gotten me back to it. But I do need to get some real work on this.
I really like the colors.
I do like the colors too. I like the Baldani threads. Sometimes I like them. Sometimes I'm like, this is ridiculous because they shred. So I don't know. I could go either way some days with it, but I do like that pattern, and I don't know why I've just kind of, it's not been one I've put a lot of focus in. So, come on, let's go.
It's the last one, and it's a good one.
This is the last one?
Yeah, it's
really? Are you sure?
Yeah, you already did all those.
Really?
Yeah. Quit doubting me. I literally put them over there.
All right. These are, this one I didn't start.
What?
But I have it kitted. But I never started it. Look, I have the floss. I have the fabric.
How did you not? Are you?
It's a long dog sampler called Anzac.
Well, I guess it's not the last whip.
Didn't start it. This one I did start. This
Oh.
is a long dog sampler, Life After Death. And I am using Silks PR078.
I thought it was R. Oh,
Yeah,
never- I just saw
PR078.
the R.
Silks. And this I started May 25th. I did 623 stitches on it. It's on 28 count, and it's the only project I've ever done with silks, and I seem to like working on it. This is, what is this fabric? I want to say it's Angel's Lace, but I don't remember now.
She was sewing on it on the couch and saying, "This feels like butter."
Yep. So I did 28 count, and I just got that bit up there on the top. So I'm liking the silk. I was kind of disappointed I didn't get the other long dog started, but maybe that'll be my December start. Maybe it'll make the December cut. Sorry, I got my floss all twisted around in there. So that's it. Is that it?
That's it. Unless there's something hidden somewhere. But I think that's
Oh,
it.
that's enough. Don't you think that's enough?
Enough to keep you busy for next year.
I think that's enough. So I think this is going to go into one of my new start envelopes that I have hanging back there. So I'm going to leave that out because it's got the fabric and it's got the floss.
That's a pretty floss. I like that. What color is that?
This is a Silks for You, and it was one of the discontinued. I think she only had one hank of it, and I said I'll take it.
Is that enough?
It's a
for
burgundy. Yeah, it should be. Should be.
It's a pretty one.
And I'm putting it on this confetti fabric, so. Yep.
Nice.
Well, it didn't make the cut. It might make my free start for the year. For no new starts, maybe. I don't know. So there you have my whip parade. And Samantha's whip parade. I am hoping that you got some great stitching done. If you didn't, that's your own fault.
Well,
we
I'll have
have
to be distracted.
we have a lot to
Open up
do.
your book.
We have a lot to do this year. As you can tell, there's a lot of whips that need some attention because not only was there these, but there's our full coverage pieces. And diamond painting. Samantha's been busy diamond painting, and she still didn't bring in her oil painting, so that'll be in our finished video when we do our FFO video, since we forgot it again. Sorry.
But it is finished, so technically it's not a whip.
Nope, it is not a whip. No more add-ons, so basically I've got some focus groups I'm going to focus on. Semi-Sane, Full Coverage Fanatics, Daily 30 are my 3 primary groups that I'm focusing on. I did join a couple other groups recently.
Did you join some academy thing?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Crystal Academy, they're in between terms, so the groups, I like to be able to share across the board, but I also, when I'm done with challenges, I notice challenges really drive my stitches. So if I'm not involved in a challenge and trying to reach a goal on my stitches, I tend to find myself being very lackadaisical. Other things take priority. I no longer stitch. I know.
Lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical, which kind of means you can just and when I have a challenge, I'm like on it because it gives me a goal and I do much better. I'm disappointed I didn't get into Whip Wrangler because I didn't know about it for Semi-Sane. I'm looking forward to January. There's a lot of great groups coming out. No New Starts is currently having a challenge of stitching your way through the astrological signs, and we've already started Capricorn because it started December 22nd.
Ooh.
It is a closed group right now, so if you're not in, I'm sorry, but maybe you can come up with your own things to do. So it's interesting. We're stitching the signs, and a lot of things that we have planned over the next year to keep people motivated and wanting to stitch on their whips and narrow down. I've got big projects. I don't really have little projects. I have one more whip that is not really a whip yet. It's going to be a new start, but it's not technically a new start, but it is a new start. I claimed it on my no new starts because I knew I was going to have it started before January 1st, and that would be the Blackbird Designs. There's 5 stockings that has the alphabet on it, and I am starting that on December 25th. So Christmas Day, that is going to be one of my starts. I have it ready to go. I've got the floss. I am ready. And I'm planning on, if they stitch up as I think they will, those might be some Christmas gift ideas for some friends next year. So it gives me motivation to kind of get some work done on them in their smaller pieces. So can you think of anything else?
Not really.
Boy, you're tired.
I am very tired, yeah. I don't know why I'm tired. There's gonna be a snowstorm or something again.
Yeah, we have a snowstorm coming.
Christmas
Christmas
it's been so
Eve.
long since there's been like snow on Christmas.
Your birthday's coming up too.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
Next Monday, she's going to be 18 years old. 18. Still senior in high school, but 18. Renewed your learner's permit.
Yeah.
Decided she wanted to get more practice driving. Hasn't driven much this year.
Yeah.
She's just not motivated to learn that skill yet, so.
I mean, it's been a busy year.
It's been a really busy
It's been a
year.
weird year, too.
And it's a weird year. You can't get out, so I get it. So she's doing another year of, hopefully it won't be another year, but doing some more practicing, driving before we sit for a license. And I'm looking around. I don't see anything else that's jumping at me. So I think this is all of our whips. I'm hoping it's all of the whips. I think it's more than enough. I got plenty to keep busy for the next 10 years, my husband says. I don't know how many finishes we'll have in 2021 because I have a lot of bigger projects and I'm going to be counting page finishes as finishes because of those bigger projects. So we'll see where we get with those. I've had already in December 2 page finishes on full coverage pieces, so I'm happy with that. And I can't think of anything else. So this is what I got to say to you guys. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
And Hanukkah if you celebrate Hanukkah.
Absolutely. And whatever your holidays are, be safe. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Reach out. Join a group. If you haven't joined a group, try one out.
They ain't that bad.
Ask around. Get on Flosstube, you know. There's groups out there for everybody. Find one that sings to you. And, you know, happy stitching. So, in closing, remember how it goes?
Yeah. Why are you asking me if I know how it goes?
Because I always forget it. Jacks up every time. Always. I'm going to say, start what you want to start.
And stitch what you want to stitch.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Does that work?
Yeah, I'm surprised you got it. Did you look at it? Is it open on the floor or something?
No. It's not open.